ASUS introduced the EEPC back in November of 2007. Since then, it has kind of sparked a revolution in what we call lightweight, kind of low-end laptops. As of the end of 2008, we sold about 10 million netbooks worldwide. We're estimating that we'll sell about 21 million in calendar 2009. So it looks like healthy growth. But I will make a prediction here. While netbooks are an interesting segment and they're not going to go away, I think the PC industry is going to respond to the one big question, or two questions that consumers really want. One is they want lightweight laptops, and secondly, they want lower prices. So what you're going to see happen very shortly is a new category of laptops being introduced. For lack of a better term, they're going to be calling it low-cost, thin, and lights. And these are going to be laptops that use the Intel ULB processor or the AMD Yukon or Neo processors. They will tend to be 0.8 inches thick or less, weigh about 3 to 3.5 pounds, but more importantly, they'll be in the 11.6 to 13.1 screen sizes, and they'll be priced much more effective for consumers, $599 to like $999. And that is a huge switch in the PC segment. And one of the things what happens with that is you have a real impact in consumer thinking of pricing. But more importantly, I think the days of laptops selling over 1,000 are pretty much gone. You could have some game systems, of course, that will still sell above that, and then things that we call executive jewelry, ultralights that are really going to be fancy. But you're going to fundamentally have all your growth in the categories of netbooks, low-cost thin and lights, and this new the new category, low-cost thin and lights, and the value notebook category.
Well, you said executive jewelry.
Well, executive jewelry, yeah, is what we call the ultralights. It used to be $1,800, $2,400. That may still exist. That'll be a real small part of the market. The real growth will be through this new low-cost thin and light. The other area I want to touch on is this area of mobile. The gentleman from Germany had the overall numbers for cell phones sold this last year. It looked, almost everybody that we have seen on those numbers show that we, in 2008, sold 1.2 billion cell phones. This next year, as you know, for this particular year, 2009, the numbers are not that aggressive. We're estimating that we'll hit close to around 1 billion cell phones worldwide, so we'll be off about 200 million. However, having said that, the real growth, though, will be in what's known as smartphones, the Apple iPhone, the BlackBerry, etc. In calendar 2008, we sold, calendar 2008, 8 to 9% were smartphones. In calendar 2009, we believe it'll be 17% will be smartphones. And that by 2012 in the US, as much as 60% will be smartphones. So you're going to see some of the biggest growth in this area of smartphones. And partially that's because more and more phones are going to be dubbed smart because they have an operating system, they can connect to the internet, they can connect and have applications. But we see some real interesting things happening in laptops and the smartphones that actually we believe will fuel a lot of growth going into the end of this year, and especially next year as we believe we move out of this recessionary state.